Hey guys, so today I'm going to show you a couple different ways to upload some images into Design Space that you want to be able to cut out and use for your projects. So I'll upload an SVG file which will have all the layers that we want, and I'll show you how you can upload even JPEG files and get them to cut in the couple different colors that you want. You have to do it in a couple steps. So I'm going to go ahead and show the SVG files, which are the vector graphic files that are already ready for us to cut in the layers. So come down here to the upload option. And we're going to go ahead and upload our image. And I'm going to grab it from my desktop here. I'm going to grab this Dumbo. You see the SVG at the end, so it's our ready to go file. So here we have it. I'm going to click save and just let it load. And then I'm going to go ahead and select it, and I'm going to insert this image into our design space. So here we have it. You can see here on the right hand side we've got our pink layer, the baby pink, blue, and our grays. So this is all ready for us to cut, and this would be a layering project. So you can go ahead and send this to the mat as is, size it out to how you want. So here we've got about 7.5 by 5. So if you go ahead and go to make it, it's going to be ready to go, each piece that you can go ahead to each mat and get that cut, and then you would just layer it. This would be your bottom layer, your base, and then layering each on top to get the image you want. So this is ready to go. These SVG files, you can find them places to download, purchase them on Etsy, as well as other places. So these are simple to work with and upload into Design Space. So I'm going to go ahead, I just shut that off so it disappears from our view. I'm going to go ahead and upload another image. I'm going to go ahead and upload this snowman. You can see he's a JPEG image. So I'm going to go ahead and open him up. Because this is simple colors, there's not a lot going on. I can go ahead and use this simple because we've got the high contrast. There's a lot of definition. That will work just fine. I'm going to go ahead and click continue. This is where you will clean up your image. So we have the select and erase tool over here selected. So when I go ahead and click this background space, it's going to delete that background. The checkered is stuff that won't print. So if I were to hit continue now, I will have the option. The left is print and cut. This would be sending the image to your printer. It will print it on paper with score lines that you can then put on the Cricut, and it will cut it out. Cutting it will be straight cutting from vinyl, just like that SVG file that we uploaded. But as you can see, everything is gray. So if I go ahead and save this as is and upload it, everything is black. And it's one solid piece. If I change the color, it's going to change the whole design. But I want black eyes and an orange nose. So what I can go ahead and do here is I'm going to delete this. I'm going to go ahead and upload him again. I'm going to select simple. I'm going to get rid of the background, and I'm going to get rid of his nose. And you can see there's a little bit left over. You can see that line, so I'm going to use our eraser tool here and just go ahead and erase this extra, otherwise it will show up on the next page. So we're just going to clean him up. So now we have just his eyes and his mouth left over. So when I hit continue, I'm going to select it as a cut image to cut with vinyl and hit save. Now I'm going to go back in and do the opposite. I'm going to click browse, click this. Now I want just his nose. So I'm going to go ahead and use our eraser tool and get rid of the eyes and the mouth. So we are left with just his nose showing up on the next screen for our cut images. See how it missed a little piece, so we can go back. And we have just his nose. So I'm going to select that as a cut. Save that here. Now I'm going to insert both of these into my design space. I'm going to select his mouth and his eyes and then his nose. I'm going to insert them. So you can line them up like so. And then I'm going to make his nose over here orange. So now I can go ahead and send this to the mat. I will have the mouth and the nose cutting in black and his nose cutting in orange, or whatever color you desire. Go ahead and make your image with however you want. If you're doing it on a different background, you know, make him white and blue, or whatever color vinyl you're putting on your sheet. Doesn't matter what you see here. Whatever color you want on your mat will work just fine. So that's how you can work with those JPEG images that are a couple different colors. They don't upload the same as the SVG, so that is how you get around that. This will work with pretty much anything. The more complex they are, just the more it takes to clean them up in that upload screen. But it's doable if you can't find that vector graphic to be able to cut easily. So what I can do now is go ahead and group these together. That way I can size them at the same time. The nose stays in proportion. And then I can shut them off as a whole. So another thing you can do if you have an image that just has too many colors to even think about layering, or too complex, we can go upload. Let's go this one right here. And see how you can get the difference here in what it looks like based on what you pick. There's a lot of colors going on. I'm going to keep it as complex. There's not much to clean up. You can see the checkered background. It means it's already see-through. So there's not much cleaning up here. I want everything visible here to stay as is. This is too much to use that format I showed with the snowman. Having to deselect everything but these two dots are the only thing that's the same blue, so you'd have to delete everything and do this for each individual color that you see. That's a lot of work for me. I find better luck getting printable vinyl. So they make a printable heat transfer vinyl. You can get it at Michael's, Joann's, Hobby Lobby. So I'm going to go ahead and hit continue. And I'm going to save it as this print, save as print then cut image. Keeps all of its colors. Go ahead and hit save. So this you print on your printer as is on the either adhesive vinyl or the heat transfer if you are making a shirt, a regular printable adhesive vinyl for cups, decals, anything like that, sticker paper to make stickers, whatever you desire that has printable material. So here we have this. This will enable us to just print this colors as is. Make some good designs. You can see it over here, see the difference. Our snowman here is a cut image. Excuse my son. Cars? Okay, give me 1 second. Okay. Okay, sorry. And then you could see our dot dot smile logo here is print. So if I go ahead and click make this, it's too large. So the largest printable image is 9.25 by 675. So let's go ahead and make this smaller. Now we're within our parameters. Go try again. So here you go. This will get printed directly to our printer with these score lines. And you can apply it to what you want. If we cancel out here. And there you go. So if you follow this through, sorry, I'm going to go ahead and show you. You can send it to your printer, let it print out on whatever material you are going to, and then it will feed it back into your machine, put the printed sheet on your mat, and then send it back through. I am not currently connected to my Cricut, so that's why you're not seeing it, but if you were, you would then see the options to select the material type to cut as you do with your other standard prints. You just have this new print option to start with. So send it to your printer, get it printed out, and then cut it and apply it to your project. So if you guys have any questions, please feel free to leave me a comment. I'm trying to get back to them. I know I haven't had a new video in a while, but I'm going to try to get back on that. I'm going to go ahead and take care of my son and then try to also upload a video tonight on getting new fonts in and dealing with fonts in Design Space. So I hope this was able to help somebody out. And again, if you have any questions, please let me know.